I think everything is good. Welcome, everyone, for a new round of Lightning Speed Racing. We are here for round 6 of Group 3 here at the beautiful Spa-Francorchamps track in Belgium. So before going any further, I'm going to say who I am. I'm Gabachow, your full-time G3 commentator this season, season 11 of LSR 125. And this week, it's a special week. We are here for a sprint weekend around Spa. So sprint quali, after we're gonna have sprint race, main quali, and main race. So 4 sessions today in Belgium. Already for that, with already some drivers going on their out lap. Very happy to be with you guys again for the 6th time this season. And yeah. Was supposed to have someone with me today, Zroski, but not there, sadly. But still, I'm still here, solo. I'm gonna put all the interesting things for qualifying that we need to know. And some people are gonna be on mediums, some people are gonna be on softs for the sprint quali. Obviously, you want to save some softs for maybe sprint or for the main quali later on. But 12-minute session for that sprint quali, already at 10 now, and we already have some drivers on the out lap. It's gonna be an 8-lap sprint, 18 minutes sprint, 18 minutes short quali, and 22 laps, 50% race at the end. But I just checked to be sure it's all good. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah. Okay. Working, so we go out lap. I think Karma is gonna be the first to set lap time. Obviously, not a lot of time to do a lap in sprint quali. So we'll see how the drivers manage that. Karma with the Ferrari. We'll see what he can do. Starting his lap right now on the medium compound of tires into turn 1. Le Source. With the English accent, it sounds bad. In French, it's La Source. Sounds better. Anyways, already up the ready on. Here at zone. We'll see Karma in the loud Grand Prix. Depend race result not on the best, but still sometime he impressed in quality. Also, what Karma can do, it's clearly someone that we saw every race we saw him racing, and it's pretty not too bad. So we'll see what we can do here. The medium compound tire. I'll just check the standings, maybe do an update to you guys before we go any further. I'll just check standings. Well, Williams leading the constructor championship still, 126 points, or 7 points in front of Red Bull. And the drivers, Breakfast King still leading by a good amount on 18 Persuasion. Racing Uncle in P3, Jonah P4, Owen also in P5. And the constructor also Racing Bull at 3rd, so top 3 here for the constructor and top 5 for the drivers. This is it, so still a good fight between Red Bulls and Williams, with Asian and Breakfast King. That's the main fight this season for the top of the championships. But we'll see now Karma going at the end of his lap, completing his first flying lap of the session. The first one to be a flying lap this session is going to be 1:43.621 for the Ferrari driver. Wondercut in the softs 1:44.023 in the Kicksauber TRP 1:45.458 behind. We have the Astros line soon. I don't know. Red Bull, I think Red Bull. Debo, maybe Breakfast King. Instead, Breakfast King just starting his lap right now. But Moni is gonna take P2 at the moment, 1:43.984 on the medium tires. Dokes with the P4 here. O'Rain with the P5, 1:44.795. Some laps beginning put on the board. Alpine is coming in with his lap pretty soon. Maybe it's Codematic gonna start. Yeah, Code A gonna start his lap right now. Reserve for this group. It's clearly pretty fast. We'll see what he can do. Sauber also just behind him. Gonna cross the line very soon. I think it's Oreo. Yeah, Oreo getting P5, 44.727 for Oreo here. And the Kick Sauber. I think Gaskin is coming at the end of his lap and 143.013 here for Gaskin. Owen getting a 43.7 on the medium compound of tires. Pretty good mix between the mediums and the softs, but with the 9th position, 45.1 on the medium tires. We know that he can do better in the Red Bull Evoque with the P6 XOD, P7 here. Evoque 44.1, XOD 42.2. I think XOD is gonna be, I don't know, he's just waiting for something. Yuzvin Kuzey, 30 new driver. I never saw that name before. 43.6 for Yuzvin Kuzey. Asian with 43.146 on the medium compound tires. And extra disqualification. Parking dangerous location. We saw it before. Just a couple of seconds ago, we saw him parked at the exit of turn 1. But yeah, Asian, we saw him dominate some race. Not the last race, but the two before the last race. So he dominated the race last time around, and I think it was, I remember the Grand Prix, but I know Granny won. I think it was Spain, and Granny won. A reserve that's not there today has won the last Grand Prix. Granny in the ass. Not there today. Rich Uncle with a 43.6. Rich Uncle was the man that led the race last time, the most of the Grand Prix, but sadly he lost it. He lost the lead at the end of the Grand Prix. You can go watch that for sure. On the channel, is all the previous races are on it, so you can go check if you have not followed the championship so well and you want to know who's leading, who are the main drivers in that championship, main teams and stuff. So if you want, Cody has set P7 here with 43.8. Rector Singh only P9, 43.9 with that with mediums. So some driver with no laps like Jason Boy, Billy, Dubsy, so the DSQ. I know Billy can do some good laps only reserve, but I know him from Star Cup, and quality is pretty nice. It's pretty good. Sometime in the race, it's not like the quality position in race is not concretizing, but I don't know if I can say that, but not the same. Never in this race he do some more mistakes and stuff, but sometimes you quality in Star Cup you qualify P top 5, so I know he have some pace and he can do some good things. Dubsy on inters, why not? No. Very funny. Yeah, we're waiting. Sprint quali, 3 minutes left, 3 minutes 30 left to that sprint quali. No point for that sprint quali, obviously, only point for the sprint after. I think it's the same system that in real life is gonna be 8 points for the first and 1 for the 8th position, so 8 to 1 points like in real life. After the quali, we have in main quali we have 1 point to give to the pole position, and in main race it's the same point system as F1. Also top 10 get points, 25 for the first and 1 for the 10 driver to cross the line. Gaskin's on the second lap, I think. It's Sauce. I think we will saw the people medium at the first run going on softs at the second run here at Spa. 240 left, so we're gonna see more people going out for another lap. And Gaskin improved with the 42.923 on the softs. Not bad. We'll see if anyone can beat it. Like we saw, we didn't saw Asian for the moment on soft. We didn't saw Racing Uncle. We didn't saw a lot of drivers. We saw most of the drivers on mediums. Now the good drivers have not put it softs in for the moment. Do their best lap that they can to maybe try and challenge for the pole position. Owen FC is one of them. Racing Uncle, new driver Eugene Kuzey, Ace Persuasion for sure. Karma is still there. So don't have set a soft lap time yet. He's on the lap right now. And his teammate in a Ferrari in front, Eugene also in front, but it's on the outlap. Maybe he can give some tips to him to his teammate here, Eugene and Karma doing maybe the team game in qualifying here at Spa. We'll follow Karma to his lap. We also saw Rio, I think, on lap and Billy. I don't know, but Asian retired, so no, not a better lap time for Asian either. No better lap time for Gaskin also. So the 1 and 2 have retired of the session. So it's up to the others to try to beat that time. Still a good gap between P3 and P2 at the moment with 5/10 the gap. But we'll see. Good thing by Gaskin. We'll see if he can keep that pole position even with. Or we'll see if the other can challenge. But I think they can truly challenge because the number of people that not had a lap on softs is pretty big. So I think possible that he challenged Karma, improving by 2/10 already. Purple in sector 2. Oreo retired, so no better lap time for Oreo. P11 at best for the Sauber driver. The Ferrari teammate just going off of the track and not impede on his teammate and give a bit of slipstream. Obviously, now the bust up for Karma. What can he do on the line? Karma to the line. Can he beat pole position? No, he can't. 43.171 P3, very close to the lap time of Asian and Gaskin, but it's going to be P3 at best for Karma. He's going to now give slipstream, I think, to his teammate Usain behind. Very good strategy by the Ferraris. Owen on the lap. He's not improving the first sector, not by much, but he can surely improve. He can surely improve in the sector 2 and sector 3. It's a pretty long track. You have to be consistent through the 7 kilometers of that spot from the short track. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left before we had 0-0. Everyone is on the lap at the moment. Halber also on the lap in front. I think Wondercut follow him. He's improving a bit in sector 1. Now he's in sector 2. We'll see what he can do. I think Allrain also finishing his lap. He's going to go to the pits. He's having Balde, so not P14 max for Allrain. We'll see Wondercut can we'll see what can he do. Soft tire. ERS on. Going through Blanchimon. Here. Very soon. There we go. Last corner coming to bust up. Chicane for Wondercut. Be third gear, a bit deep. But still. To the line. The Sauber is going to be 44.0. Very little improvement for Wondercut here. We'll follow Owen now. P4 for Owen. 43.293. The teammate of Karma and the Ferrari, Eugene. We'll see what he can do. I think I'll just call him Kuze because I'm not sure Eugene is a good name. I'll just say Kuze. So Kuze coming to the line, no more deplore that he can use. It's going to be 43.207, just behind his teammate. So 3 and 4 for the Ferrari, not bad at all. Racing Uncle on the left. Box got to P7, 143.820. Racing Uncle in the Racing Bulls. Wants to do better than last weekend. He was leading almost all Grand Prix last weekend. Can he maybe do something good at Spa? 42.969 second, very close to Gaskin time here for Racing Uncle. Ewo getting P7 still on medium tires. Code's on the lap. They're doing pretty slow now. No improvement for Code. Moni in P10. Breakfast King with no more lap time in P11. At least it's only sprints, but not better than P11 for Breakfast King. I think a lot of the drivers have invalid the time because in Debo P16 disastrous. This a disaster in sprint qualifying for the Red Bull team. 11 and 16 for them. Not very good. So it's gonna be Gaskin on pole for that sprint here. Racing Uncle in second, Asian in third. The Ferraris 4 and 5. Good qualifying with the Ferraris. The only team to have 2 drivers in the top 10. Because Moni and Gaskin also in the top 10, but 4 and 5 clearly the best team result at the moment for the Ferraris. 0 and 6, Ewok 7, Box in 8, Code in 9, Moni in 10. That's the top 10 for the qualifying here. Big surprise are clearly the Red Bull. The two Red Bull being outside of the top 10 is pretty good surprise. We'll see how they can do that sprint, if they're going to be better in the main race and main quali. But now we're going to have sprint, 8th lap sprint. Obviously, it will break one or 2 minutes to let the drivers choose if they start on medium ones or softs. Put the good lap of fuel in the car and tweak their setups if necessary. We'll wait for the timer to stop after we're gonna be in the pit lane, waiting for the 5 red lights of this sprint. I don't know if we're gonna be formation lap also for the sprint. The last time that was the first time for a while that we had formation lap last time at Spain. I don't know if it's gonna be its formation lap is on again this time around Spa, but it's pretty cloudy here around Spa for that sprint. I don't think there's gonna be any rain. And anyways, 8th lap, so I don't think we're gonna have time to have a transition good enough to do a pit stop for Inters. Well, I don't think it's cloudy enough to rain here, so we'll wait for that. Let's start. Waiting for everyone to be ready, and I'll be ready too to commentate that sprint race here. Only 8 laps, very short. I think you can clearly play it in the first few laps. If you want that win, you're gonna have to be aggressive in the first laps. We'll see. It's still 8 laps, 7 kilometers, but there's not like there's some opportunities around Spa. Obviously, Kemal Straight, the straight in the finish line, a bit of an opportunity. You can get a good slipstream through Blanchimont and try to move at bus stop. Pretty much it. You can also for sure get some slipstream before Eau Rouge and Ready On, and get a good run at the Kemal Straight like I said before, but it can help you even more in that part of the section, in that part of the track. I don't see a lot of overtake at the source, obviously, because we have Camilla after. We're gonna have formation lap for sprint also. There we go. Let me time to put all the necessary information. So we're gonna put tires and obviously the minimap. Oh, an R tire for some people, and already using DSQ. I don't know what happened with Ferrari here, but he's already DSQ. I don't know. I don't know what happened here, but you have 2 drivers on R, Debo and Owen chose the hard compound of tires for that sprint race here. All of the other drivers are on a medium. Gaskin in the athlete in the way in that formation lap, but everyone is passing him. I don't know. I think maybe a bit of a difficult start when formation lap. He wasn't ready, wasn't there. I don't know. So now he's a bit back, but still gonna be first on the grid when we're gonna restart. But a bit surprised by using DSQ. I don't know what happened with him. I don't see him on the grid. I don't see him nowhere. I see him nowhere. He's in the pits. Actually, it says on the mini map. A bit weird, but it's EA Sports, so I don't know if it's a lag or if he did something, or maybe because the other contact is now like on the grid already. Possible. Oh no, I think it did that also last time. I think, not sure. I think it did something like this last time. I don't know. Like Owen was DSQ'd, and that's like after he raced at the end he raced, still raced even if he the game said was DSQ. I don't know. We'll see. The contact there, I think, on between the Racing Bull and the Ferrari. I don't know. But everyone's gonna place on the grid, trying to get the best positioning for the start. And we hope to have some great racing around Spa for 8 laps. So Gaskin lead the way, but I don't know if it's gonna be like in real life. Like in real life, clearly, P2 was as an advantage compared to P1 when you start P2 is better than starting in P1. 2 Sauber now DSQ, also Billy DSQ apparently. We'll assume it's the game and not real, but now we're gonna have the 5 red lights. There we go. That's the game. 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are racing for the sprint at Spa. Pretty good start by Racing Uncle and pretty poor start by Gaskin. Over three wide to the source and little. And lock up from pace of Asian and Racing Uncle. But Asian gonna take the lead. After the source. Racing Uncle still in P3. Gaskin now down to P2. Looking on a good run with Slipstream at the top of Criminal Straight. Using now P4 in front of his teammate. Evo take the place also on Owen with his hard compound tires. Really better start from Owen. Now still side by side again. It's gonna be Tashkin and anything persuasion and contact here. Racing Uncle already in the gravel. At the end of Criminal Straight. Contact between Racing Uncle and Gaskin. Front and back contact. Now using that on podium place. Owen retake the place on Ewok. Book 7, 8 Cody Manting, Moni in P9 and Wondercut is now in P10. Billy now making the move. Rio is looking some places. I don't know what's happening. Really did a mistake, but all rain in front of Tebow, all side by side. And also Saber is going wide. Tebow taking the place there with the RB. Rich Uncle battling to try to make a comeback. We're on the outside of the Red Bull and takes the place here. Pretty good move by Rich Uncle, trying to recover from that contact with Gaskin. Breakfast King now in P11 already clearly wants to gain some place on Tebow, getting 10-second penalty. Corner cutting, gain 1 place. Apparently gain a place while cutting corner. That's giving 10-second penalty for the Red Bull driver. That's not... The Red Bull situation is not evolving. It's not getting better, it's getting worse for the Red Bull team here. We'll see if Breakfast King can do something, breaking a bit later in the bus stop. But Asian is now leading with 7 tenths in front of Gaskin. The DRS is going to be activated and permitted this lap 2 out of 8 in that sprint. 6 tenths the gap in the Aston and the Williams. Already the top 3 escaping from the rest. Kuze, Gaskin and Persuasion, yellow flag behind. I think it's a Mercedes. It's Boaks. Boaks at something, I don't know. Boaks in the grass. Here a bit after the source. Now down to P20. No move for Asian, but Kuze is pretty close to Gaskin and Owen making the move here on Karma. Karma losing position, did a mistake here. He's down in the gravel. Karma in the gravel. Something happened for him. He wasn't in a good position. He was in a good position. Also Rio at fighting, but Karma was in a superb good position set for him. And now Owen up to P4 with his hard tires. A bit far from the top 3. Asian trying to escape from Gaskin. 9 tenths the gap now. Maybe Gaskin not gonna add DRS for the next DRS zone. We'll see. But Asian could make a pretty good move by escaping from DRS. Clearly no one stop. Gonna be 0 stops on mediums. I think most common strategy except for Tebow and Owen on that hard compound of tires. Maybe they want to save a medium compound of tires for the race, or maybe they have taken the harder strategy thing, like the harder preset of tires at the beginning of the weekend. Could be something that they did. Asian for the moment has not managed to escape from Gaskin and make that Gaskin not add the DRS in the next zone. So they are now the fastest lap with a 45.777. Gonna win the lottery in the casino. 777. Breakfast King now up to P8, trying to get up, trying to gain some position. The bad qualifying, have to do some work. And Gaskin now kind of take the place on Asian. Pretty straightforward move with DRS, but Asian still following pretty close to the ad driver. It's gonna be a bad thing. Exchange from the two. Kuze is not very in the battle at the moment. It's pretty 1 second behind, so I think you're gonna opt for some bigger fight and on the corner that's gonna make them lose time, and then maybe it's gonna be capable of getting DRS again if they battle a lot. But Asian is following Gaskin better than Gaskin was following Asian, so we'll see. Owen now has escaped a bit from Ewok. Maybe the R tires was not a bad choice here. Maybe Ewok did a mistake also, but Ewok now is going to be on pressure from Egon pretty wide here. Touching gravel, coming pressure from Fode, ABI, and also Moni, Wonder, Breakfast King, Racing Uncle, all following. Racing Uncle back to P10 already. lap 3 out of 8 now with Gaskin gonna start lap 4 pretty soon with Asian following in. Rich Uncle is now back in P10. No points for the moment for him, and no points also for Breakfast King for the moment. That could be still 7 points more, or maybe even 8 points more for Asian compared to Breakfast King that sprint. We'll see, but now Ace Persuasion can have a good opportunity to retake the lead here with Camel Straight coming. Less Source now. Crusade is pretty close now with a good Source. A good turn 1 here for Crusade. We're gonna have a shot at it, but I think Asian is gonna have a shot on Gaskin. We're going up the ready on. And 2/10 the gap. Clearly, Asian can have the opportunity. Closer, getting closer and closer around the inside. Asian gonna get the move. Eager. Perfect move. Kusei is now pretty close. Getting pretty close with the overtake of Ace Persuasion. And they're escaping from behind Owen. 2.4 the gap now. Code and Ewo looking position. Now thinking a little mistake going to the gravel here. Lost position to Moni and Code. Moni pretty close to Code. Maybe he can try a move pretty soon. We'll see. Ewo's still there and he's still there trying to follow even after his mistake. And Wonder's also there trying to resist to two big faces behind Breakfast King and Race Uncle. At the back, Dubsy P15 maybe to make his way on the higher position. He started the back. We know he can do better than that. Trying to make a recovery drive also. Karma got second penalty for Karma, now down in 19. Qualifying the top 5 was a good qualifying for Ferrari, and now he's left his teammate lonely at the front of the race in P3. 1 second the gap with Gaskin and Asian. Can Gaskin keep the gap down to add the DRS in the next DRS zone for Camel Straight, and now the source, no, before the source for the finish line. Gonna have it right now, I think. Yeah, you have it, so you're gonna have it for Camel Straight. Lap 5 out of 8. So it's a very good battle with the two drivers, the Aston and Williams. And Kuze is there to take any opportunity he have. They do a mistake, they do a contact, anything, he's gonna be there to take it, take the opportunity and try to get that win from that. He's not so far away, 1.2 seconds the gap. Can Gaskin try a move now, 5-10, 4-10, I think he's a bit too far, try anything. Yeah, a bit too far here, a little lock-up formation there. And Ewo and Moni losing with position also. Yeah, Moni losing position to Ewo here. Ewo making the move for P6. Behind we have Racing and Breakfast King side by side. I think Breakfast King gonna stay in front. Maybe can Racing try to switch back. Good defense of Breakfast King to keep his 9th position. I think they should maybe try to focus on trying to overtake Wondercut, but Racing Uncle going around the inside here. Pretty bold move. Oh, and that's pushing a bit wide Breakfast King here. Going side by side on that corner is pretty bold, pretty dangerous. I don't think it's worked a lot of time. It doesn't work a lot, so yeah, pretty bold move from Rich Uncle around the inside here. Gaskin still following going through Blanchimont. Bust up for the two drivers. Rich Uncle would make the move on. Oh, it's still side by side to Blanchimont. Rich Uncle would make the move here. Rich Uncle who wanted to pass him, and I think he's faster than him, and Billy going to second penalty in P12. But yeah, Rich Uncle was hurried to pass him after he did a mistake or the exit of the bust up. Breakfast King returned in front. All this for that. Lap 6 out of 8. Gashkin still close. Going through the ready on. Can you try something into the Camel Straight? Gaskin, 4-10, the gap a bit closer than last time. We play the one for Gaskin. Isn't around the inside, a bit of zigzag from Asian here, but nothing to worry about. Overall, get second penalty. Another driver to get second today. The third one to get second in that sprint. Checking that first 6 lap is not a good sign for the race, for the main race. We'll see. But Asian is looking to keep the lead now. Gaskin's still close. He wants to take anything he can. Yeah, little piece, little mistake, little thing You're gonna take everything he can have, and yeah, we'll see what Gaskin can do. But not a lot of time left to try to get that sprint win. Yeah, with Moni, Evo, Code, Wondercut all following each other with Breakfast King and Rich Uncle battling. He lost time, and I think that's gonna maybe a bit like sell Breakfast King, because now I don't think Breakfast King gonna score any point today. 1 point to the gap, and not gonna have any DRS in front of him. All the drivers have DRS, so be a bit complicated for Breakfast King to get any point in that sprint. We'll see. Well, and Code coming very far on the other side, directly after the exit of bus stop, to not give so much help trim to the driver behind. Also, you can have the better line for the source. And now we're gonna follow still the in front battle with Kuze being a bit closer to the top two. Can Gaskin try a move? Seems really far, and good defense by Asian. Maybe one last chance, the next lap, to see if Gaskin or Kuze can try anything on Asian Persuasion. Rich Uncle and Breakfast King still battling there for P9, no points. Not looking to be any point finish for the two drivers, Rich Uncle and Breakfast King. Also follow Gaskin and Asian Persuasion with Kuze still behind 5-10 minutes. Now the gap, they're really close. And yeah, the only opportunity is going to be clearly the other Camel straight at the beginning of the last lap. Now by lap 7 out of 8 penultimate lap. We'll start the final lap very soon. They're going to go here. Pretty good turn, don't find any errors. Don't want to go wide here. Cost a bit of time. They're still battling also here for P5. 10-5 is battling now. Rich Uncle and Breakfast King have catch back to that group. And Rich Uncle will try any move, I think, on Wondercut here. Can he try something on Shimon? After it's gonna be the bust up, maybe he can try something on the brakes. But also the ass pretty close in front. Rich Uncle not gonna try anything. No, I don't think any opening to try anything for the Racing Bulls. So they're gonna check in penalty, and now Gaskin is very close. In Persuasion, we'll see if he can 3/10 the gap. Going through Radion, gonna have to get a good Radion. Try anything on his Persuasion. Looking to be pretty good. Yeah, he's getting time. Gaskin, can he make any move? 3/10, 2/10, 2/10 off the gap. Can he go around the inside? Yes, he is going around the inside. Is he around the outside? They're still side by side. Oh. And still side by side, Asian going around the outside, and Asian keep the lead here. Sensational defense by the Thai driver here. Sensational stuff by the Williams driver. Boxing a 3-second penalty. Yellow flag behind. I don't know what happened. Wondercut is trying to gain some position here. 6 now for Wondercut, battling with Rich Uncle and Ewoke for P6. Sensational for Wondercut. Now in P6. Asian leading. Gaskin very close. Maybe can try something with the slipstream of Blanchimon through the bus stop. Bit wider. Bit of slide for Persuasion. Owen is catching to the top drivers now, but not a lot of time remaining. We'll see. Still close. They're still close to each other. Gaskin, Persuasion, Kuze. It's gonna be a pretty bold if you want to try something. Maybe you can have a better exit. I don't know. I cannot break that. Little lock off from Asian Persuasion. Can you try to have a better exit before the line? Looking to be a bit too far. Little slide at the exit for Asian Persuasion. Can Gaskin go? Nah. Asian getting the lead. Gaskin and P getting the victory. Gaskin P2, Kuze P3, Owen P4, Code in P5, Wondercut finish in P6. McLaren and Racing Uncle and Ewok for the finish. And Rich Uncle is going to finish in front with some points for the Racing Bull 7, 8 for Ewok. Last points available. Breakfast King with no points for the championship leader. 8 points gained by Asian on his rival. Pretty good. And Moni getting the top 10 here, but no points today in the top 10 for that sprint. That's gonna be it. Pretty good battle on the last lap between Gaskin and Agent Persuasion. Through the race also was pretty good, and a Wonder Cut, and yeah, that was pretty nice race with Asian winning, Gaskin second, Kuze with his first race, and even if it was just a sprint, you still get a podium here. And Wonder Cut first race also, P6, even if it's just sprint, P6 for Wonder Cut, Racing Uncle P7, 8 for Ewo, so that's the point scorer here. And yeah, the Red Bull not scoring any points in that sprint. We hope that they can score some points in the main race, because that could make some damage in the constructors for them if they don't score any points and Asian win the race or do a podium or something. Yeah, P6 for the Wonder Bread. I don't know why maybe you know him personally, but Elo Burnett. Never saw him that high, damn. I don't know if we should take that as a, yeah, as a compliment or as an insult, but you know. No. Now we're on for main quali. 18-minute session, short quali. So second quali of the day here at Spa-Francorchamps. We're a bit later on in the day. It's like the sun is less there at the quali session. Yeah, about for sure. Well, I think everyone's gonna be on softs for that quali, not like the sprint quali. So I could put this, and I think we're gonna be good. The first driver on the outside is gonna be TRP in the Racing Bull. That session. So yeah, I don't think no rain. I don't think gonna be any rain for that race or quali. We'll see. But I don't get any information about the weather because I'm a commentator. So the game don't give me any information about the weather. But I didn't see any message in the Discord that we're gonna have rain. So it seems to be dry all weekend for the 2 races, 2 qualies. And yeah, I think the driver are pretty happy about this. We'll see. We'll just wait for the first driver to get the flying lap. It's gonna be TRP, the first one to get out of the pits. TRP. Yeah. I just want to see the Red Bull can do better because clearly it was a bad sprint race for Red Bull, and that's a shocker for me. So I clearly expect that them to be higher in the main quality and main race, because if not, yeah, they're gonna be in a bit of trouble. Yeah, for the constructor, they're gonna be in a bit of trouble if they don't score any point for that. Don't score a good point for that main race. And the drivers, here, Breakfast King can have still a good amount of points in front of Asian, but still. Well, now it's CRP starting his lap. The first driver to start a lap here around Spa for that sprint, for that short quali. Here as Rendion. There we go. Come on straight now. We'll see what TRP can do. Didn't have a superb, I think, sprint race, so we'll see. Can do better in that main quali and main race. I have a bit of headache, something it seems, because my head hurting a bit, but I don't know. Still following my boy TRP. Still reserve, but we are seeing him almost every GP. He's there pretty much all the time. Not showing off by his performance, but still, whoever that is there, doing his job, doing what you have to do. That's pretty nice. He's not on the lap. He's on medium tires. I think one of the only they're gonna see on mediums in this session, but I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see soft in the race, you know. I think we're gonna see softs with their late safety car, sure, but I don't think in the main strategy we're gonna see softs. I think medium art is gonna be what most people want to do. Really, medium art is possible on this track with only 22 laps, I think. We'll see. Maybe softs art is possible. Soft medium will be, I think, I risk, I reward, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Karma getting 44.265. Good quality for Karma in the sprint quality, but the race was not so good. And did a mistake and lost some position. Or Rain 44.235. The moment provisional pole for Rain at 2K. I know him from Star Cup. We are seeing him sometime racing in that competition. 42.938 and the medium tires for my boy Ace of Persuasion. Pretty good lap by the Williams here. Jose did a podium sprint. Can he do maybe a victory in the main race? We'll see. Currently have the pace to do so. Also, we can do that first flying lap on softs in this main quali. 43.856 P3. And XOD getting 43.719 here. P2 for the moment for XOD. We have Billy on the lap, I think also in the medium compound tire. Red Bull also on the lap. This Breakfast King. We'll see what Breakfast King can do. All we're gonna see is real pace here. Net quality. 43.7 P3 for Breakfast King. Owen getting 43.3 here. 43.3 for Owen. P2 for the British driver. Crusade 43.8. We already saw that, I think. Boaks with a 44.2. Billy with a 44.7. Medium tires in the Alpine. Of the other racing uncle. After a contact in the sprint, we saw he had pace. We saw it in qualifying. Let's see what he can do in that main quali. We saw you have pace last week in Spain and lost a victory at the end. Clearly, you have good reasons to be a bit angry and tries to take that provisional pole. I think take that win today in the main race. We'll see what the Racing Bulls can do. I think to be on a pretty good lap here. Next deal disqualifying second time. I don't know why he disqualified each qualifying. I don't know. I don't really know what his maybe he has his qualifying ban. That's possible. Yeah, that would be fair. That would be the only explanation that I see why he would retired. So Rich Uncle coming at the end of his lap, bust up, taking right now. Right on the line, going to be 43.358, going to be P3 for Racing Uncle, very close to Owen FC, but a big gap between them and Ace of Persuasion. I think Billy is doing another lap directly. We'll see on his medium compound of tires. Sorry if I did a bit of sound here, some noise. Gaskin, the P2 finisher of the sprint. We saw he had pace for the victory. We'll see if he can challenge Asian for that pole here in Spa. Following going through Kermal Straight using a lot of ERS. Through ready for Kermal Straight. 10 minutes left already in that short quali session. Now, end of first sector, 30.5 for Gashkin on soft. Remember that Asian did his lap on medium tires, so we can improve by a lot still. The tire driver in the Williams, or maybe the medium are better than the softs in this quality. We don't know. We'll see. But still, not a lot of drivers that not had a lap time yet. We saw them on their half lap undercut. The P6 finisher in sprint. As validated is the first lap time of this main quali session. We'll still follow Gaskin then to his lap. We'll be happy to see again an ass challenge Hayden Persuasion, because last week I think Gaskin finishing the points. Good point for Gaskin last week with Granny winning. This week is gonna be asking the ass challenging Asian, but we already saw it in the sprint. We'll see if we can challenge him also in the main race. Clearly showed some good pace in some good pace. We'll see 43.275. Pretty good moment for Gaskin. Asian still in the garage. Code getting a good result, P5 in the sprint. Let's see if he can get a result also in the main race. Qualifying the Alpine team not doing like the best this season. Alpine are not to the top. We'll see. Already some points with Cody's sprint performance. If he can do a top 5 in the race, it would be helping Alpine a bit for sure. We'll see. Following through his lap, he's going a bit wider, taking some grass onto his some gravel into his tires. On the best stall. Dubsy getting P7 here, 43.991 for the McLaren. Now bust up for Code. All his employees use. The exit of the bus stop, and it's going to be 43.283 page 3 for Code here. Very good lap, very close to Gaskin. Very nice. Pretty nice. Already turning a lap right now in the Aston Martin. Karma now also in the lap. 5 tenths improvement from the first sector. Curly's first lap adds some mistakes because he's improving by a lot right now in the Ferrari. He will go on the lap, so finishing I think P7 last in the sprint. He has some pace, and if Dubsy can be in the top 10 with him this time and help him, maybe that can be play the team game and help them score double points here in Spa. We'll see. Debo in P7, C, and at the moment no lap time yet for the Red Bull. Oreo also finishing a lap right now. We'll see what Oreo can do. The Sauber driver at the exit of bus stop. Looking to DRS activated. And it's going to be P12 for Oreo, and Debo is going to be P6 for Debo. Rock. P7 now, 43.6, and Karma 43.3, getting P4 again. Another good performance in qualifying now for Karma. Ewok in P11 now, 44.1, just behind his teammate Dubsy. For the two McLaren could challenge for point, like I said early. Kuze is P9. I think bit of a disappointment for the moment for the Ferrari driver. We saw he can do better in sprint. We saw he can do better in sprint qualifying. I want to see him. I want to see more from him for sure. We'll be on here. Evoke, Dubsy. We'll wait for lap time from people like asking on the lap time. We'll see what Gaskin can do. I don't see how much time is left to the session, so I can't say it because at the top left is right caution. So I can't see how much time is left to the session, but Gaskin finishing his second final lap, using all the DRS he have left for that Blanchimont section and before the bus stop. Obviously, after the bus stop, you don't need really any DRS. Most of the people, for the driver before the bus stop, has already deployed the use at its maximum. We'll see what Gaskin can do. Can he try to beat 18 persuasion lap time? No, he can't. He can't even improve on his personal lap time. So no improvements for Gaskin. Reshunk on the lap on hard tires. Interesting strategy. Qualifying with hard tires, why not? I don't know. I don't really know what is the plan in the Racing Bull team, but first time I'm seeing that. Qualifying with hard tires, P8 for Billy. 43.6, very good for Billy. The Alpine. Be a good weekend for Alpine today in Spa. But yeah, qualifying with hard tires, bit weird, huh? If you ask me, it's a bit weird. But maybe he's gonna take pole with hard tires and I'm gonna be shocked, but no, he's going to the pits. I wanted to see the result. I wanted to see the result of the art qualifying lap. No. Because he was improving on his lap time, like first sector. I don't know. So yeah. 350 now left to the session. Oreo on another flying lap in the Sauber. Rodney also on a lap, finishing it. Now he's gonna go to the pit. Not enough a good lap time for the Algerian driver. Yeah, we will need only Oreo to follow. I think Billy is going to the pits very soon. Oh yeah, he's going to the pit. Gaskin also going to the pits. Asian in his first lap time with soft side thing will follow Asian. I think Oreo gonna finish lap sooner than Asian, so we're gonna knock Oreo in Valley. So we'll follow Asian Persuasion through his first lap time on softs. Here we go. With the provisional pole setter at the moment, Asian Persuasion with the 42.938. We'll see how much he can improve with his soft tire there. Yellow in sector 3. Nothing to worry about. 250 left to this session. And Asian is trying to set a even better lap time than 42.9 with his soft compound tires. Finishing sector 2 right now. And he's improving by 4/10. Asian improving by 4/10 on already a time that is 3/10 in front of the closer of P2. That's looking to be a flyer. That's looking to be an incredible lap by Asian there. Going through the exit of the bus stop. Asian Persuasion on the line. The Williams driver. What can he do? 42.3. 1 second. Almost 1 second in front of my boy Gaskin. Okay, baby. That's yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Not the big surprise, you know. We're starting to get used to it. We're starting to get used to it. Karma starting his lap right now, and the Ferrari, I think his teammate also has started his lap. Yeah, Jose and Karma, the two, have started their lap. The Ferraris. Jose can clearly do better than a P10. He did a podium in sprint. We can do better than that. We'll follow him through his lap time going at the end of the Kemal Straight and at the end of the sector 1. Not improving by much. We'll see what Karma can do at the end of the sector 1. It's gonna be an half 10 improvement in the sector 1 for Karma. So we'll go back to his teammate Kuzey. And a bit of a slider at the exit. Bit of grass here. Elf lap. I think he's gonna steal a continuous lap. Perfect also on a lap right now. He has to do better than that because Asian is looking to be a real threat around this track. Like a lot of other track, but he's looking to be dominating a race again. So Perfect King has to find some pace to try to not lose so much point at the driver championship. Kuzey not improving in the second sector. I think maybe gonna wait for another lap. 1/10 and almost 1/10, a bit yeah, a bit more than 1/10 improvement in the sector 2 for Karma here. Not gonna be better. Not gonna be any more lap time for Asian. I think he can sleep on his 2 ears before the end of qualifying for sure. Karma going a bit deep. I think at least for me it's a bit deep in that invalidate here. Karma invalidate. Yeah, Tuesday on the blue. And yeah, okay. Sure. Cody started his lap right now. Gaskin's starting his lap also. Owen. Here, the other Aston Martin coming to the end of his lap. It's O'Rain. We'll see what O'Rain can really do in the pit. So no improvement for O'Rain here. We have Red Bull coming. Is Breakfast King that's not gonna improve? Breakfast King, no improvement for the Red Bull. B9 at the best for Breakfast King. Wonder Kagina P10 here, 43.7, 1 and 9. A Racing Bull coming through the line. It's going to be Racing Uncle. Yes, it is. 610 improvement in Sector 2. We'll see what this is going to be. Is improvement in Sector 3. Racing Uncle on the line. That's going to be 42.6. 3/10 behind 8th Persuasion. That's already more reasonable gap. You know. Gaskins on his lap. Who we have crossing the line pretty soon? Maybe Brokes? Yeah, Brokes coming to the line. 5 improvement in Sector 2. Gonna be P13, 44-0 for onboard Brokes. We have Moni getting P3 here. Owen now getting that P3, 42.7. But Moni, 43.1 and P for the moment. We have his teammate coming to him with that pretty soon. The two McLaren's also coming. Pull Dubsy through the line. No improvement, I think, for Dubsy, but maybe for Evo. Not even for Evo. The two McLaren don't improve. The quality session, we'll see Gaskin now. To the line, Gaskin. P3 for Gaskin, 42.690. Big close to Racing Uncle. That's gonna be it for that quality session. Asian Persuasion by 3/10 on Racing Uncle is gonna take pole position. 1 point for Asian here in qualifying. With Owen P4, Moni getting P5, Debo getting P6. So Debo in front of his teammate in Red Bull. The two Alpine 7 and 9, Karma P8, Wondercut 11, Kuzain P12. A bit disappointment for Kuzay. Well, very fast in the sprint. A bit of a surprise that he's only 12 in the main quali. To McLaren, a bit disappointing also, 13-15. And yeah, so another pole by the Thai driver in Persuasion here in the main quali for Spa. Now, obviously, again, another like 1 or 2 minutes break for the drivers to choose their strategy. Put the good laps of fuel, the good amount of lap of fuel in the car. Tweak the setups if they have to. And Kuzay in the chat. Because I said, like, I was expecting a bit more from him, but you know. You're gonna score points at this rate, don't worry. So yeah, a bit cloudy again, like in the sprint. The beginning was a bit cloudy, but while we were progressing through the races, like, it was becoming, with the sun was appearing a bit more. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna have any rain today in the races, because I didn't saw anything about rain in the Discord chat, so I think we're good. Obviously, again, we're gonna have another formation lap for that main race, and yeah, I hope you're gonna enjoy. I hope we're gonna have some battles again, good battles like in the sprint. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if someone can challenge Asian Persuasion here. He's looking even more fast than he was in the sprint, so he's looking faster in the sprint. Rich Uncle not so far away. Owen is still there. Gaskin's still there also, but they're a bit far. They're I don't know. The gap is, yeah, the gap not the same. We were pretty close in the sprint quali and in the sprint. Like Gaskin has taken the sprint pole even, but now like Asian seems to have a bit dominated the quali. But we'll see how they're gonna turn out in the race. I don't know really. $10 is their SC. Yeah, pretty good bet. Pretty good bet from Oreo. I don't see so much SC in that group, from what I know, but we'll see. Yeah. Formation lap starting right now. There we go. We'll put tires. We'll see. Pretty much the same as the sprint to start, but Asian on ours, Owen also on ours, Dubsy on ours, and Ewok on ours. The rest of the drivers are on. The remaining drivers are on medium tires, so yeah. For our runner, we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. I think most people are going to try to do one stop medium arts or R mediums. I think that's the logical thing to do. Two stops will be a bit risky. Medium softs will be interesting, or art soft will be interesting, but a bit tricky to do also. A bit tricky to pull it off, but you know, we never know. We'll see. Maybe that can get a bit. That can give a big advantage to Racing Uncle and Gaskin at the beginning of the race. Yeah, the game is proposing is the game is not suggesting good strategy, I think, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. I think one stop is the best solution around Spa. But we never know. Maybe some people will try 2 stops. But I think most people at the front gonna want to do 1 stop for sure, because if you at the front and don't do 1 stop, it's gonna be a bit complicated for you for the race. I don't think you're gonna keep your front position if you do 2 stops. Except there's safety car this time. But $10 on a safety car, so I think that'll be a safety car. But the Astrid 5 is pretty nice. Moni with his superb qualifying. I was not expecting a top 5 qualifying from Moni. Happy to see him there. We hope his girlfriend is watching like last time in Spain. Well, he's on top 5, so yeah, we hope. And yeah, we'll see. Asian already pointing through the good racing line to take the source corner very good and try to block Racing Uncle. We'll see. All people behind our placing are going onto their spot on the grid. We'll see. Again, the GSQ bug. I don't know what is this, but it's esports, you know. Esports. We have 5 red lights. The first one, the second one, third one, fourth one, 5th one. And we are racing around Spa for the main race this time. 22 laps of racing. Here we go. Asian Persuasion with a good race start, and he keep the lead here after turn 1. Yeah, and side by side a bit. Colleen is now 6, taking a position on Debo. Breakfast King P8 now. Getting some position here. Code and Debo still side by side. Truridion side by side. Truridion, Code and Debo. And Debo retaking the position in front. Racing Uncle trying to take the lead here with the slipstream. Gonna go around the inside. Asian trying to defend. Racing Uncle go to take the lead. Still side by side. Asian off track. Oh, and a bit of contact there again between Moni and I think Racing Uncle take the lead there. Owen now into P3 with a bit of contact. The Gaskin now down to P10. I don't know what happened there. I think that was the contact that happened between I think Racing Uncle and Gaskin. Gaskin now down to P10. That's big. Yeah, big contact here to get Gaskin down to P10. Not very nice. I think it was a contact between Racing Uncle and Asian there. 2 arch runners, the two arch runners in second and third. So we did ours in work at the beginning of this race. Morning P4, Debo P5, Cody 6, Breakfast King in 7, the 2 Alpines and 2 Red Bulls 8 to 5. Who's already against the position? P9, Karma lost some position. P12, the Ferraris that exchanged position. Owen taking the 2nd place here on Asian Persuasion. Damn, I wasn't expecting that. And Racing Uncle already pulling from the purple behind with the being on medium compared to the 2 hard runners behind him. Behind him, be very interesting. Asian can maybe try another move on the over near to the source. I don't think so. Breakfast King getting P6 just behind his teammate now. We have a yellow flag. Gaskin back to P9 now in front of Kuze. At the back to McLaren are not taking a superb race start. Superb race start with the hard tires compared to Owen and Asian Persuasion. Owen against Asian going side by side. To come out straight. Asian gonna take the position back on Owen and maybe Moni try a move on Owen, but no, he stays behind. After 1 yellow, it seems racing balls 3RP is doing something. Also we have Kuze going pretty slow. I think get a contact with Undercut. The 2 are now at the back of the grid. Undercut and Kuze. The 2 guys did a great performance in the beginning in the sprint with the P6 for Undercut, P3 for Kuze. So now the two new drivers to LSR are now down to P19 and P20. So Breshanko already pulling it off. He has to find some pace here because 1.7, the gap between him and Asian already. Lap 2 didn't even finish. Already a big gap like this. Obviously, medium tires doing the job maybe for him a bit, but still 1.6 the gap already. Oh yeah, Breshanko can already a bit manage maybe. We'll see. Asian has some pace. I think maybe he can try to catch him back, but Owen gonna put pressure on him. Maybe the good solution, the good thinking for Owen will be to maybe try to let Aizen in front and try to follow him and let him catch back the boy in front, Breshanko. We'll see. What is going to be the strategy of the drivers? Moni is pretty close to Owen with the medium tires. Obviously, going to want to try something. Red Bull behind are also wanting to try something to Alpine and the Red Bull teams together. We can give them an advantage to try something on the people in front. But now Moni's gonna have a pretty good run at Owen. Go around the inside, maybe. Not gonna take too much risk his earlier laps, but the Red Bull's catching now Debo on them with the early braking from Moni here. We'll see 1.6 got the gap at the front between Edge and Rich Uncle. The 2 Alpines and Gaskin now is catch back to the 2 Alpines. We're gonna want to try a move pretty soon. Make back some position because of his loss at the early stage of the race. Boaks is in P10. Very nice for him at the moment. Pretty good start. We'll see position change to see who has lost, who has gained positions. Or obviously 4th position gained by Breakfast King, 4th position gained by Bo, 6th gained by Oreo, 4th gained by XOD, with 7 and 9 lost by Hussein Wondercuts, 6th lost by Karma, 6th by Gaskin. So you can see who's gained, who's lost position. That's the losers and winners of this beginning of the race. Come back to tires now. And the side by side with the 2 Alpines here through the boxed up. No, Gaskin and Billy. Gaskin gonna take the position here. Back to P8 for the driver. I'll try a shot. You're gonna have to shot at his teammate later on, and the Ferrari behind is having some problems. Karma did a mistake, I think, or something at the exit of the bus stop. The Ferraris are now in P19 and P18. They're not very good for the Ferraris. They were looking to have good pace at the beginning of the weekend. The sprint quali, we saw them like P3 and P4, P5 and P6. I don't remember. But now they're down to P18 and P19 in the main race. Lap 4 now starting with Owen still following his persuasion. Moni still behind. Red Bulls are still pretty close. Cody is very close to Breakfast King here. Maybe Cody can try to make the place back on the Red Bull. Gaskin gonna obviously want to follow to make position back. Billy is now a bit further compared to the people in front compared to his teammate. 1.5 the gap. He won't have DRF anymore on Gaskin in front and on the little group in front. Also, the group is like from P3 to P8. They're all together pretty much. The gap is starting to create between the Red Bulls here. Oh, and something happened there. I don't know. Something. Why? Yeah. Moni. I think Moni touched the little sign at on the side of the track because now Debo is in front of Moni. Taking position here. Everything has closed up on the ass here. So maybe he can try a move to try to be with his teammate. We'll see. And Gaskin also close to Cody. Gonna go around the inside. To the bus stop. Yeah, he's in front of Cody now. Gaskin making the move. 2 Alpines are now very close. Cody and Billy. Billy gonna run on the inside of his teammate, I think. And gonna take the move on Cody. So Cody will take 2 position here. And Cody trying to switch back maybe at the exit of La Source, but he stays behind. And now Moni's behind. Now the 2 asked Red Bulls 4 to 7. Maybe some team game here between the two teams, the Red Bull and the AS. Red Bull is second in the championship, have the driver leading the driver championship, and as the team that has won the last Grand Prix with Granny. Undercut getting fastest lap with his new tire because he had pitted at like lap 1 or 2 for new tire because he had an incident with Kuzi, I think. 2.2 now the gap between Asian and Richie Uncle. The gap is increasing a lot between the two drivers. Owen is 6 times behind Asian, so they're following each other, and Debo, Moni and stuff are now pretty good way further down, way back to Owen and Asian in P2 and P3. It's a pretty group in the Gaskin to Debo. The two Alpine and two Red Bulls are the group at the moment, and the two Alpine are together at 1.6 seconds behind this group. So we have Rio and Bogues, and also Ewok following for the last points available, trying to fight for this point. We have available, two Alpines are fighting a bit, being shown in position. Gaskin versus Breakfast King can try to move around the bus stop. He's gonna go around the inside again. Same thing he did to Cody Matic, and the contact here, and it's the two ass. How they got contact at the end, it was a pretty weird contact. I don't know what's happened. The two ass got contact, Moni and Gaskin, and now the Red Bull are now in 4 and 5, and now the ass are with the Alpines. A big contact and a bit of a surprising contact. At the bus stop between the two ass here. And Gaskin now to be down to P7, Moni down to P9 now. A bit of a weird and surprising contact, but you know, I don't know. Gaskin taking the position now on Billy. Cody gonna try to follow Gaskin, take the position on Billy. The two are gonna do it, and almost contact here, very close. And Cody and Gaskin, no contact. Folks taking the position on Oreo. Get that P10 and the points back to him. Asian now trying to catch up a bit Rich Uncle, and as like this, and Owen now further back. Asian not in the DRS zone anymore. He's a bit in no man's land. We'll see if Asian can catch up. The gap was 2.2, not so far good. That's 1.9. Maybe a little mistake from Owen, I don't know. But at the front, there's no one really have DRS. It's building code. It's a little group now between Moni and the two Alpines that have DRS to each other. Except that, I don't see pretty much anyone having DRS between each other. Asian is starting to catch a bit on Rich Uncle. We'll see. Maybe the R's are starting to get faster than the medium tires with less wear. Interesting, but I don't know how Owen lost so much time. Maybe did a mistake, or maybe just pure pace, but I don't know. It's a bit fast to be pure pace, and now Asian already in the DRS zone. Damn. Maybe Rich Uncle did a mistake, or I don't know. 1.1 second the gap now, and Moni already in the pits now. Does the medium really only last 5 laps? That's the case. Yeah. I don't know. 6 laps? Medium 6 laps? Nah. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Billy. 3 seconds time penalty here. The first one to get a second time penalty. Oh, and Gaskin and Breakfast King getting contact. Gaskin already catch up to Breakfast King, and they got a little contact here. Gaskin want to take position on Breakfast King. We saw earlier that Gaskin is 30 faster than the Red Bull on this track. We'll see. Asian's still pretty close now. 9 tenths. He's trying to come back and catch up. Not so far, but not exactly in the DRS zone. He's switching between being. Oh, and a mistake from Rich Uncle is in the wall. The racing bull in the wall. There's a broken front wing. And Asian now in the lead. Rich Uncle down to P6 with a broken front wing. Oh my god, Rich Uncle again, man. Was leading. Tranquil, Papoose. And now down to P6 with the mistake, and Owen already in the pits. Bro, 6 laps on Ards, bro. 7 laps on Ards. I'm trying to understand, bro. Like, Are it, are it, is the tire wear like that eye on this track? Like, okay. Like 7 laps on the R's is pretty surprising. He's putting new R's, bro. He's gonna do R's medium. Like, welp. Bit surprised by this, but Racing Uncle setting it again, bro. No mistake from Racing Uncle here. Like this time it's his own mistakes. Some the other time was not necessarily its own mistakes, but it's still like breaking their heart too. I don't know, man. So much thing happening to Racing Uncle. Like he was leading the race last time in Spain, safety car at the end. They were leading by a good margin, and now a mistake by himself. The sprint he was in the front. They got a contact with someone. It's 3 races in a row that he got something that getting him out from like the top spots. So yeah, Elgin now leading. I think he's gonna go a bit further, a bit gonna go longer on his tire than what Owen did, because I was a bit surprised by Owen pitting this early for new R's. But you know, I didn't have played this game so much. You know, as a driver, I mostly commentate on this game this year, so you know. Maybe I don't know so much about the tire wear in this game, but I knew that this was like 2 stops were more like the game suggests more often 2 stops on F125, but you know I think the drivers can still manage to do 1 stop, you know. But like you know, our mediums don't seems to be like this seems to be manageable. You know, maybe like doing 12 laps on R's and 10 laps on mediums, or maybe I don't know. I think you can work something out, you know. But after we have Billy and Oreo in the pits also. But there was so much pit stop last lap that I cannot follow every pit stop and softs for Oreo. Interesting. Softs for Oreo. Another thing that I was not expecting today, seeing someone putting the softs in the race, except of a late safety car. I just want to make an update on stop, because I want to see who has stopped. So Owen has stopped. So technically Owen is personal leader. Owen just passed Dubsy, but Owen is technically P2 because like yeah. Yeah, it's P2 with the mistake of Rich Uncle is certainly P2, even without like these pit stop. And now Karma has retired from the race. Where Karma is like in qualifying is looking super promising to get some good result, decent result, and getting some points. But in the race, it always turns out to be like something going wrong. Again, another like breaking our story. Something to be sad. It's a bit sad, huh? I don't know. We'll just follow 18. 18 is gonna go for 1 stop for sure. I think it's obviously he's gonna go for 1 stop. Owen with like a pit stop for new R's. He was already on R's. I don't know. Debo in the best. 10 laps on mediums is, to be fair. You put R for 12 laps, and you go to the end. And for me that's fair. 10 laps on mediums and 12 laps on R's. I think that's what I will do. But I don't know. Also, we have Dubs in the pits. Code not in the pits. We have Dubs in the pits. in the pits. Right in the pits. Some penalties also. I'll do an update on penalties after the pits. We have Lebo pretty close to Moni at the exit of the pits. And the pit exit. Thibaut gonna go around the outside of Moni on the Kemar straight, then take P8 on the driver Owen, getting the past the traffic here with with Belks in front. Now you have his teammate O'Rain, at least his teammate for the day. That's in front. I think O'Rain not gonna fight too much his teammate, obviously, knowing they're not on the same strategy. Gonna go right there. I think O'Rain gonna let him pass. I know, but he's fighting for it, man. To Aston not have a good communication here. Like, Owen finding his teammate here with knowing that Owen has his fastest tire and not on the same strategy. Bit surprising from Owen, but you know, see. Owen now only 1.3 back of Ewok. Asking with his medium tires doing them last a bit more than the usual drivers. Maybe gonna pit this lap. One of the last medium runners to pit, yes, gonna be Ewok, same thing. But these on ARDs, they're requiring some ARD milks, can check a penalty. Ewok gonna stay on track. Owen obviously gonna stay out. Gaskin is gonna see his pit stop with his ass team. I think probably gonna be a new set of ARD tires. Yes, it is. ARDs. Perfect pit stop by the team. And he's back on track. Right there. A bit far. I'll wait for everyone to pit before I can see the real like show of the thing, because I'm not sure, but I think Asian is leading. Owen second. Breakfast King 3. Debo in P4. Moni P5. Cody P6. Billy, but no, Rich Uncle like P7 something. But they're battling here. Gaskin, Rich Uncle, and Cody Matic. Can Gaskin try a move here? And Rich Uncle, no, Rich Uncle stays in front. I was going to update on the penalties. 3 seconds for Cody, Billy, Oreo, Lokes, and TRP have a 10-second penalty. Billy, I think, got in the gravel here at the exit. So that's not good for his tires for sure. I'll go back to the tires. If I can. Yes, I can. I think I need to have the tires on for a lot of time because, yeah, I don't know. 10 laps ours, so yeah, Ace gonna pit very soon. I think same thing for Ewok. Owen have passed Ewok this time. Breakfast King P4. The following, he's now back on podium place when Ewok gonna pit, so now I want to see if Ace gonna be in front of Owen at the exit, but Owen has to do another pit stop, so Ace gonna be in front anyway. But still, I want to see. Very interesting if there's safety car or something. Maybe for easy persuasion of the surprise. I think Owen gonna be in front, eh? Yeah. Owen's gonna lead the race now in front of his persuasion, but still Owen have another stop to do because he did R for the moment on strategy. But if there's safety car, I don't think there's any red. I don't think the red flag is activated. But if there's safety car at the end, Owen could lead that, but still, Ace persuasion with new medium gonna be very close. 1.8 seconds only the gap, so I think Ace gonna have the like can make a move pretty soon with his new medium tires. We'll see. Still, the R's of Owen are not that old, but still, I think Ace with his pace and with his new tires can clearly make the move pretty soon. Debo here to make the move on the ass of Moni. Looking pretty good for Red Bull. Are doing a pretty good recovery at the moment compared to the sprint. Breakfast King P3. If Asian finish in P1, it's gonna be only still like limited the gap, the point difference on this Grand Prix, 10 points only. Cody and Gat and Moni are battling pretty hard for that P6 here, even with the penalty of Cody. Moni gets triggered penalty, though now the two drivers have have a penalty, so it don't matters. What matters for them battled. Yeah, same penalty. They're battling for half position now. The Rush Uncle is now catching to them, and Gaskin also catching to them. The two drivers, Rush Uncle and Gaskin, we know that can be higher without their bad luck earlier on the race, so they want to move forward again and gain some position back. Asian now in the DRS zone of Owen, so I think a move gonna happen soon, and no, Owen gonna fit right now. A bit of a weird strategy from Owen here. Like 7 laps on R's, I picked it into 4 laps on new R's, and now medium. Maybe it's an error from him, error from the game. He chose the like wrong tire when he did it the first time, but like at the moment he's just losing a podium. So if it's like in deciding this, it's a bit weird because he wasn't on for a podium, and now the two Red Bulls are 2 and 3. And Breakfast King is now like really limiting the damage compared to what we was seeing in sprint. And now Asian getting a second penalty. I don't think Breakfast King has the pace to got back in the second range of 8 persuasion, but still Riff is king if there's safety car, but that can cost a bit 8 persuasion. But yeah, we'll see. Gaskin and Reshanko were side by side here for P6. Still side by side. Reshanko still seems to be in front. Gaskin still battling, and I think with a little contact, still side by side, but Gaskin got good position or taking position here. P6. The two have no penalties compared to Cody and Moni in front of them, so sure that can help them. We'll see how Owen can do with his medium tires. You know, he can make some position back. Really have the pressure there on the grid, and not so far from like even P3. I think not so far, but we'll see 3.3 the gap between him and Billy. If he catches Billy, he's gonna catch a lot of like people in front also. So we'll see. But yeah, clearly Red Bull after the sprint are doing good recovery in that main race, and it seems to score points when it matters because Breakfast King is P2 and have a good gap between him and his teammates. The Debo is still fighting for that place with Moni just behind and Code also there. Gaskin and Racing Uncle still in the fight for sure. For the moment, we don't have a safety car, so no $10. So $10. Give me $10 for the moment, for real, please. I'm joking, obviously, but Moni is not joking. Gonna go for the move here. No, he's joking. Yes, make the move. A bit disappointed by Moni. I wanted to see that move, but still very close to Debo. He's on his gearbox. We'll see. Should probably move pretty soon. I don't see any big battles at the back. Two Mercedes are together with O-Rain and the bad obviously also there, 15 to 12, but not that big. It's pretty much at the front 6 to 4 and 2 to 3, even battling for that podium place. Reshanko a bit back now with 1.3 second the gap between him and Gaskin. We'll see if we can catch back. But yeah, I think we don't have any damage. So, but you have a little maybe. Gaskin has fresher tire than him, but still Moni and Cody has the same like wear on their tires because 7 laps, 6 laps. Debo has a fresher tires than the others, but yeah, you know it's not that much. So I think it doesn't matter too much in these laps. Maybe at the end it's gonna matter more. But really, like Moni is very close. Gonna have DRS here. Trying to maybe the Gaskin also trying something on Cody around the outside of La Sauce. And Gaskin and Cody side by side. They're still side by side. I don't know, still side by side, but Gaskin gonna stay behind for the Radeon. We don't want to go side by side into the Radeon. Dommage. Now Gaskin gonna go for it around the inside. Oh, and he makes the move. Don't make contact with his teammate, but Cody wants to try it again. But Gaskin cute position. And now I ask for 5 and 4. We'll see if maybe his teammate Moni gonna let him pass. We try to get the position in front because of the holding of a penalty. A little slider for Cody at the exit here. Maybe Moni gonna let pass Gaskin, so Gaskin can try to make a move on the Red Bull in front. That would be a good idea from the team, from the ass I think, but with not a lot of laps left. 13 seconds now, the gap in the lead for Asian after the Racing Uncle mistake. Clearly Asian has taken an opportunity, and after also Owen bad strategy in my opinion. Clearly Asian is now leading very good the gap, and just taking the opportunity and mistake from his rivals, and lead now. Racing Uncle will now catch back to Cody, Gaskin and that group with Moni and stuff. Moni is losing DRS on Debo. Debo is catching his teammate, and Moni gets put for another time, and I think he got some damage at the end. Entered the pit here, not sure. Moni is going to the pits and he's going pretty slow. Well, not here, I think. He lost some time here, big time loss for Moni at the entry of the pit. Not the best for the ass. Medium tires on for the end of the race. I think it's 2 stops for Moni. 2 stops for the ass driver. Not the strategy to do. Clearly, 1 stop is the best I think here. But Owen now getting another place. P7 now for the British driver. British uncle. Now very close to Code. We'll see if this driver is gonna pit another time. Code and Richie Uncle possibly gonna pit a second time. And even Breakfast King could pit a second time. That could benefit Owen maybe. We'll see. The only driver that I'm sure not gonna pit a second time is clearly Ace Persuasion and Gaskin also. I think he's gonna pit a second time. Even Debo, I think clearly I'm gonna pit a second time. Because we have like 6 laps to go, so I think 12 or 11 laps on ours is pretty fair. With the wear, 14 laps on ours is gonna be a bit of high risk, but of a little risk. I don't know. I think they can manage with it. We'll see. What's gonna be the decision? What's gonna be the decision of Breakfast King and Cody and Racing Uncle? But now that Debo has catch up on his teammate, we'll see if he can try to move on a Breakfast King. But if they play smart for the championship, I don't think Debo gonna try any move. But we'll see. If a Breakfast King pit again, I don't know. We'll see, but if Debo is clearly faster, maybe they're gonna let it pass, and maybe at the end they're gonna try to switch back. But you know, they want to Breakfast King score the most points for the championship. Try to not lose that much point to Asian. We'll see Debo still there. You're gonna try to not being overtaken by Gaskin. That was at the back is pitting for a second time. Rich Uncle will see if he can try to move on Code. Owen is catching to them now. We're gonna have the arrest on the Kimmel straight, I think. Not quite. Yeah, he's gonna have it. But Debo taking a move on Breakfast King side by side. The 2 Red Bulls. Debo gonna take position P2 there. Gaskin stays in front of Racing Uncle. No, it's Racing Uncle. Oh, Racing Uncle has made the move on Code here, and Owen has now catch to them. They're now very close to Cody and Racing Uncle. I think gonna try to move on Cody very soon with his fresh medium tires. Gaskin very close to Red Bulls also. Can try to move on Breakfast King. That would be bad for Breakfast King. You're just gonna lose even more points on Asian. P2 was limiting the damage, but if he go down to P5, P6, that's not the best. Clearly not. But he's a Breakfast King, so we'll see. Now the slipstream to launch him on. For Gaskin, can try something at bus stop. We saw him earlier trying some move at bus stop in the sprint and stuff. Earlier in the race. Oh, it's gonna go for it around the inside of bus stop. But nope, gonna stay behind. Maybe a better exit and switch back, but now everyone has catch to them. The Alpine, the Racing Uncle, Owen now on the inside. Maybe he can go for this double move. Oh, he's side with Debo. Can you try the double overtake on the 2 Red Bulls? No, we can't. But oh, the contact with Gaskin and Breakfast King goes racing to the grass. Almost with the wall. Contact between Breakfast King and Gaskin here. Breakfast King down to P7. Oh, that was close for Breakfast King. That was very close for the Red Bull driver, and Gaskin gonna go for the move on Debo. Side by side with the Red Bulls and the ass. Debo going out of the track. Gaskin keep the second position here, but big contact between Gaskin and Breakfast King. Breakfast King losing a lot of position. Almost going to the wall, and that's almost give an end to the race of Breakfast King. Now Racing Uncle making the move on Debo Croft for P3 here. That could have been worst for Breakfast King. At least he kept it on track. No damage, but yeah. Good save. Pretty good save by Breakfast King. He's still with the group. But with the older tires, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make any moves. 3 seconds for XOD. But we'll see. I don't think maybe Gaskin. I don't know. I don't exactly saw the contact. Maybe it's gonna be something else. Red contact either for Gaskin or for Breakfast King. I think that was more the fault of Gaskin, but I'm not sure. No. I would have to watch it back to be sure. We'll see now. Rest Uncle. Oh, and Cody sliding a bit to the exit of bus stop, and Owen taking position now in P5 here. Debo P4. Rest Uncle pretty close to a gasket. Debo has lost the DRS on Rest Uncle in front, and Rest Uncle even with older tires still keeping the pace and have some good pace compared to the other drivers around of him. And now with the incident is now back to P3 and maybe can fight for P2 here. That could be a very good recovery from Race Uncle after his mistakes at the beginning of the race. He's leading. No pressure on him. Leading by 18 seconds. Just have to bring it home even with his second penalty. We're getting a second penalty here. Owen with his first tire getting a move on Debo here. Pretty good move by Owen. P4 he wants to try to catch maybe Race Uncle and Gaskin before the end of the race. Cody is really sliding out. He's sliding a lot. Cody is really sliding here. I think Breakfast can try and move very soon on Cody. But anyway, Cody have a penalty. Or maybe if maybe Breakfast can try and move on Cody and Debo and Breakfast can switch position after. Maybe they can try and move on Owen. We'll see. But Owen with his first tire maybe wants to catch in front. Well, don't seem to have the pace to catch in front. Maybe even with his medium tires. 6 laps now old. His medium tires. So maybe they starting to become a bit too wear to have a very big difference between the R's. We'll see. Lap 20 now starting for Asian, so only 3 laps to go for the drivers. Not a lot left here. Little marathon, we can say. I believe second penalty. Debo taking the move around the bus stop on Cody, seeing in front, but reflecting on the exit. Can maybe try and move on Cody. Make sure something slipstream on. No battery usage here. Maybe Cody being on none. Reflection gonna stay behind a less sauce, but you're gonna try and move for sure in the Kemal straight. Or maybe you're gonna try and move even here. Where you had the contact between him and Gaskin. Taking P6 now, but maybe it's a good strategy from Cody. Now Cody gonna have DRS on this Kemal straight and gonna have a free move. I think. 2 have DRS. Maybe that's good for Breakfast King. Cody, that's gonna stay behind. Breakfast King taking position for real, and now Breakfast King back to P6 here. He's behind his teammate. 2 teammates, Debo and Breakfast King together now, and Owen seems to not be able to catch the front box now, and Owen's head by side for the last point available. And both getting position really good, not wait on penalties because why not? 6 seconds for Billy, 3 for Cody, 3 for Bogues, 3 for XOD, 3 for Moni, 6 for Oreo, 3 for 8 Persuasion. And here Oreo taking the move on 2Z. Really cruising one because not doing a superb race with the contact in the beginning. They were very good in sprint. So yeah. Uncle not catching back to a gasket now. 1.4 the gap. Owen not catching to the front. So maybe the Red Bull can try something on Owen. We'll see. They're still pretty close. Lap 21 now starting. We have 2 laps to go. Penultimate lap starting for the tire driver X Persuasion. Leading by 18 seconds. We'll see. Debo is not in DRS at the moment. Range of the DRS. I don't think gonna be in DRS in the next Kemal straight. I don't know. We'll see. Breakfast King and DRS of Debo. I think maybe they should switch for the driver championship with the end of the race. If they don't switch, maybe that could make Cody go in front. We'll see. Well, it's gonna be a big big yeah. That's gonna be big for Asian, like yeah, for in the championship with if Breakfast King finish in like 6, P1 gonna be like 15 points gain, something like that. Even with in the sprint, gonna be even more than that gain. So like that's gonna be like Spa's gonna be I think a weekend to remember when you're gonna be at the end of the championship. point I think it's gonna be where Alien makes the difference here. Or if Breakfast can lose the championship, I think it's there. Maybe here, maybe we'll see. But that's gonna be clearly good. Yeah. It's gonna be a big hammer on the head of the Breakfast King here. For Amazing Persuasion. Lap 22 lap now, final lap of the race. Like he hit Breakfast King head with the hammer here. I think, in my opinion. With that, if he can manage to bring this car home here, final lap. Last time we are seeing Asian getting that camel straight here. We'll see if the Red Bull can try any move on Owen for the end of the race. Can Owen gonna take, can get that last point available with both penalty, XOD getting a bit in the gravel here. Moni battling Moni Seth for him. He was starting in the top 5, now down to P12. Kuzi and Wonderka also could have been better. Dubs in P17 also a bit sad. Karma DNF also a bit sad. But yeah, please Oreo, give me $10, please. No safety car, so please. Was it a joke? Well, you know. No safety car. So follow Red Bull, and now Asian can come to the line. We're gonna follow him through his last final corners of this race for the tire driver in the Williams. Gonna be his third victory of the season, if I'm able to count. And next Persuasion gonna come. We're not expecting a domination like this, but we have it in the end. Asian is the winner of the Spa-Francorchamps Grand Prix, third win of the season for Asian Persuasion. Gonna have Gaskin after a lot of incident in this race with him, some mistakes, getting that P2 here. Race Uncle getting that P3 with a good performance after heartbroken sprint and heartbroken race in Spain. Race Uncle getting a podium here. Owen P for a good performance for the Rasmus Martin and the Red Bull at the end swap the position. Breakfast singing at P5 and Debo getting P6. Evo at the end finishing 7, I think, with the penalties of Code and Billy. And Oren gonna get that P9, and Bogues gonna get the point here, P10. Good, so it's nice to see them in points, Oren and Bogues. And also Evo with the P7, pretty nice to see them there. And Code replacing here, getting the P8. Not bad for the Alpine driver here. Oh yeah, and that's third victory for his best wage. I'm gonna add the podium here with Asian, Mabo, Gaskin, and Racing Uncle all on the podium today. That was pretty nice race. We saw some change from the sprint to the race. Some drivers that were very good in the sprint, that had some bad race in the real race, and also the other phenomenon, like we also like good drivers in the main race but bad in the sprint and stuff. And yeah, it was pretty interesting to have a sprint weekend around Spa. I think it's a good track to have a sprint weekend, so very good choice from the admins here. Race trainer is Asian Persuasion, obviously. Fastest lap, Asian Persuasion. At no point, I think, for fastest lap of the season. Not sure about it. I don't know. Driver of the day, it's Ewok, P7, starting at the back, like, I don't know, but at the back. I think it's driver Orain, with again at P9. Fair enough. Also overtake Ewok, fair enough also. Now you have the points for the weekend. So, the best point score for the weekend are here, but then they already shut down, so didn't have time. I don't think he'll add donation on, lol. Yeah, for sure. Nah, not mine. Anyway, GG's, yeah. T-Bone with the GG's for sure. So yeah, I didn't see the points, but clearly Asian getting a lot of points compared to Breakfast King today, and that's clearly gonna help him in the Driving Championship. So, gonna be it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed that race. It was a very good race. Hope you enjoyed that only sprint weekend of the season. So no race next week. So it's a break week. I'm gonna go with T-Bone because why not? And no, I'm not gonna go with T-Bone because there's so much people in that party. But I don't know. Oh, there's all rain. Maybe I can go. I'll join. Why not?
Gabachow,
Yes, I'm there.
are we live on LSR YouTube?
Yes, we are live on LSR YouTube.
Fantastic, fantastic. I am T-Bone, of course, the captain of Team T-Bone, and my drivers request an interview, Orain and Gaskin,
Okay, for sure.
and team lead engineer B-Tom is here as well. So thank you to everybody.
Okay, perfect. So, Gaskin. Gaskin, you finished P2. You had some contact with the raid, Breakfast King, with contact with Breakfast King. Talk to me about your raid. Talk me about your
He
race.
sandwiched me against. He went wide on turn one and sandwiched me against the wall, and we locked wheels, and he came off worse than me. So I don't really see how there's a report in that. I did take out money, but that was complete accident. So I'll probably get a penalty for that one.
Yeah. See.
But I got hit off the track in lap one and fell back
Yeah.
to ninth. So I had to fight my way back to P2.
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, some good pace for sure. This
That's all
weekend,
the.
we saw it on sprint also. So it was pretty nice, and you scored some good points even with that.
Yeah.
Not bad for a reserve.
Also, I want to
Yeah,
give a shout out to
still.
Gabachow. Always amazing commentary. You're the man, Gabachow. We got Orain in here too, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
Orain, he moved from P16 to P9 at the
Yeah,
end
I
there.
saw that also.
Orain, bro. You want to say have any questions for Orain here, just on that race comments?
But what was? Yeah, you can give me comments about that race. I know I saw at the end we had some battle with Bogue, so how that was.
Yeah, no, that battle with Bulks was pretty good. He had the penalty, so I wasn't really too worried about him, and I
Yeah, yeah.
seen that he wasn't gonna go for anything too stupid, which is what I was glad about. So if he wasn't close enough going down the Camel Straight, he wouldn't take that. But then I left just a little bit too much to the inside on one of those corners, which I feel like with the it's a bit of a messy pass, but he got past me, and then I feel like with that is what made me lose like that maybe that second and a half that would have made me jump ahead of that guy in P8. So I just feel like but overall it was a good race, good pace, good strategy, so can't
Yeah,
complain.
some good points.
Beautiful, man. As we said, this is Team T-Bone. I may be banned from this league, but I am here with my team, my drivers, Gaskin, Orain. We are the NWO of LSR. And, of course, our lead strategist, B-Tom. B-Tom, what was the strategy heading into this race for our drivers?
Medium hard, keep it clean. Really, that's about it.
Well, we done the
Keep it
medium hard
clean.
bit. I don't know about the keep it clean.
We can't tell too much information on here. Divulge the strategies. But yeah, man, absolutely. Orain and Gaskin absolutely killed it. And shout out to Gabachow, man. He's always fantastic. We got to give this guy some love, man. Star Cub, G3, he is the voice of every crappy league, so we love this guy. No, I'm kidding. But Gabachow, bro, I'll send it back to you. It's your show, but thank you. We're here. We're Team T-Bone. Gaskin's coming for you. XOD. Yeah, never mind. No comment.
I think Owen want to come, so I'll just see if he wants an interview, but I'm sure. So maybe I'll join Owen.
We're going to wrap it up then, I guess, man. Everyone be on notice. Gaskin is here. Breakfast King, we're going to turn your ass to scrambled eggs. Who else is here? Asian Kitten, whatever your name is, bro, you're going down too. Racing Uncle, it's more like racing Grandma. We're out of here, baby.
Owen join, okay. Right there.
Woo!
I'll ask Owen a couple questions. Give some love to Owen.
Owen,
Come on.
before. What with the strategy was a bit weird. But, I don't know.
I know it was a bit weird in my opinion, but honestly, the sprint, I didn't expect it to go that well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I thought, okay, if I start on hards in the sprint, the medium tides will probably go off lap 5 or 6, and then if there was one more lap to go, if there was like a 9-lap sprint,
Yeah.
I would have probably got them. But that was that. Main race, again, started on a set of hards. I was thinking about a one-stopper because obviously I kept within Asian's DRS for about 5, 6, 7 laps at least.
Yeah.
And then my tires were like on the verge of being punctured. So I thought, should I put for a set of mediums or should I go back on a set of hards? Because I had an extra set of hards because I went for a harder tire application.
Yeah.
So I decided to pit for hards. And then about 5 laps later, I pitted for mediums. And I think I just ran out of laps, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off with that.
Not a bad race, you know. You could have gone better, I think, but still P4. So.
Yeah, it could have gone a lot better. But look, I've said this to Jonah, and I think Jonah agrees with me. Agent should be bloody tier 2. He's too fast for tier 3, you know. I know he wants to win a championship. I get that, but if
Asian?
he's moving, yeah, if
He's a little
moving,
too quick, yeah. But apparently he
Yeah.
hasn't won a race till today, to be fair. I could be wrong on that.
Third winner of the season.
Oh, third one season. Well, look, man,
Yeah.
they'll figure it out. To be fair, though, just to defend the LSR admins, Asian has gotten quite better over the last couple months.
Yeah.
So,
That is true, yes.
he has gotten better while this has happened. Maybe he wasn't as good when they did the pool. So just to cut them some. Shout out Rick, by the way. We all love Rick Stratton. He does a great job too.
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah,
Rick
just to
Shat-
cut them
bro.
some slack. I'm sure Asian will move up next season, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's honestly what Jonah told me, and I don't
shout out to
believe
Asian.
him.
Well, Jonah doesn't really know, you know.
Jonah never knows about nothing. But yeah, I'm honestly satisfied with P4. I think, in my opinion, drove a good race. But for the start of this, my aim was to get close to Jonah in the championship, and I'm only 2 points behind him in the drivers' championship. So that's good, and I'm currently being reported. So that's a great thing. But I'll get that clip in maybe now. Yeah, but I was in a fight for a podium. My meeting time just died off.
Yeah. I think we're gonna end it there. So I think thank you everyone. Next week, no race, break week. We're gonna have LMU race on Saturday. LMU race on Saturday, but no F1 race. And next week we're gonna be back the other week after for Imola. And yeah.
My worst track.
That's gonna be it. Thank you everyone to have followed this, and hope to see you soon again for another race. Ciao bye.
Adios,
T-Bone.
amigos. Ciao, ciao.